What's happening? Good day. Man, it's been these all been hectic days. It was a hectic year for 2021. Hectic, lack of better words, maybe. It sure was. It was a lot. I got a lot done. I accomplished a lot, although it's it's just steps. It's steps in building the empire. You know, it's so incomplete, but it is real progress. I've been they were saying just the time and whenever you're busy, when you're busy, when you focus on your goals, time goes by fast. But to tell you the truth, there ain't too much you could do to make it go by slow. Once you get older, you start recognizing time in a different way, and it's gonna pass whatever you're doing. So you could spend a year just spinning in circles, playing games or whatever, your days doing that, or you could do things that's productive. Now, man, it's never too late to change your path, to change what you're doing. But, we all have a path that we on based on the decisions, choices we made that put us right smack dab in the middle of whatever we in. For better, for worse, you like it or hate it. You love it or you hate it. And man, it takes a lot. Like this day, it's 6:30 right now, ish, right? So a lot of the day has gone by, and a lot of time I've done some stuff. I did a lot today. I don't feel I have done stuff. Shit, running back and forth to the damn store, just takes time, man. I be hating to leave. So yeah, I be meaning to do. That's why I had to have a checklist. I be meaning to make a video and put it up. Like everybody, be juggling my little stuff. And I'm trying to fit this in on. Well, plus I'm asking y'all, how much is too much, So I'm gonna take, y'all word on it. What y'all saying to me, the feedback that I'm getting, too short, don't stop, don't stop that rap. So I'm gonna keep on rapping. That's a joke, right? Anyway, though, I wish I would have told me don't stop that rap so I could keep on rhyming. I like making rhymes. However, I could get with this. Like I said, it's sure easier, but I like the challenge of creating rhymes, and so it's a nice thing. It's all nice. It's all good. Anything that touch people, that I feel that I'm creating something with my hands or with my mind, you know, but that take a lot out of you. It take a lot of the day. Talking about being creative, because it's a certain amount of, if you're not following a pre-made plan that's already laid out, color by numbers or whatever, you're creating it. You got to figure out the path. It takes longer to figure out a path than to follow a path. And then to create it figure it out, create it however it need to be, and then, you know, that's some trailblazing stuff. But anyhow, I'm just saying it's a lot of energy, and I'd be to end up, I guess, chilling and still intending on doing it, and the day just get by. You know, such is life, right? And I've been had many thoughts, thinking through on exactly what I would have said if I would have been saying something, but I don't be, on here. So I'm working on it. I'm getting there. I am fairly consistent, but I already said it, I'm gonna do my best, every day, and that's what it is. Yeah, and I just feel for you if you're fresh off a relationship. I know it's hard, if you're fresh, man. Talking about the old song, breaking up is hard to do. That's why it's hard. Get used to shit, man. We are programmable. We like autopilot. We like to find, as human beings, we like to find a way of doing things and learn how to do it to the point where we don't have to think, and then just go. And we do that all the time, So every day, such and such, such and such, every weekend, such and such, like rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. I always had trouble with that. Like I could do a lot of things and do that for a minute, and then personally, some things it's just I working in the mailroom. I did that for work study one time. That shit just like, how do y'all do that? I'm working on the work study for school, But there's people that work there. That's their job. They've been working there for 10 years, How the hell you do this? You just filing mail. You get the mail. You file, we sort mail. You get the mail. You put it up. You put the mail. You really can't talk a lot or whatever. You just got to concentrate. You can't just deal with the government, whoever it would be. You really don't have a lot of room to make mistakes. That's how mistakes get made. People running their mouth instead of focus on what they need to be doing. And it just is really drive you up the wall, boring. If somebody to do that, like to retire off of that job, man, you talk about a robot, Yes. Man, the relationships, that shit's tough. It's hard. And it takes a while before you can get over somebody that ain't even mean no good at all, ever. It still take a long time to get over it. That's how that work. How that work, I don't even know. But it do work that way. I know. And man, I did more than once, more than twice. Took the person back. That's why I was telling whoever, Pat, I think, or whoever it was, watch out, stay strong, be careful. Because when you don't be prepared to be alone, when, like it wasn't even a thought in my mind. I just figured I find, like, yeah, sure, I'll be alone for a minute, and then I find somebody. But more and more, it just was, hard to talk to people. Not like maybe shy in a way, scared in a way, but I ain't that shy or that scared. It's just I ain't feeling nobody like worth too much the time, and then and then like if I even think about it, it seems like here come like if I see somebody in the grocery store or something, if I even think like maybe I ought to speak or say something or whatever, like here come her girlfriend or whatever, her wife. You know what I mean? I ain't lying. It most is, occasionally it be a dude. Here come my husband. They always be attached. It'd be a dude or it'd be a girl. 50-50, I don't know. I think 60-40 or at least on the girl side. Like, I ain't lying. That's how it is. And that just be a thought. So, and I ain't got the time, energy to be on the app doing that. Like, how long do I do that? And then I never find anyone that I like. And then it's a compatibility. You put down your interests and whatever. And I ain't lying. I know a lot of y'all are Christians or whatever. I don't knock nobody. And maybe I could get along in a relationship with a Christian, although it would be better if you weren't that. But I have before, but I started out different. And then I changed. Yeah, I started out being Christian too. So it was more cool. And the long transition to go from being a Christian to not being a Christian, it was still cool because I was even on the end. I still was sort of in. It was a long process for me. Some people just immediately get it and snap out of it and say, "Fuck that slave shit. I'm done with it forever," and they never look back. At a young age, not me. I don't know. I ain't gonna say my generation. People in my generation saying it's the same. I think this one is easier. The newer generations is easier to get it though. But it's so hard, man. It is hard regardless, cause to not fall for the dope. And again, because even if it's a different person, if we haven't done the work on ourselves, we're probably going to be attracting the same person or attracted to the same type of person because that's just the way it is. That's who we're going to be attracted to because we haven't worked that out yet to realize that that's a bad thing, that attraction is a bad thing. We got to figure out a way to stop attracting that type of energy from a person. So that's what I'm saying. I be feeling that. I can feel that in the store. I can feel that wherever I'm at. And I'm like, mostly I do. Sometimes maybe I don't. And I just, I used to wonder how like you watch some old cowboy talking about he saw the perfect woman or whatever. And like, did you speak to her? Like, fuck no. Why would I do that? And fuck it up. Like, because human nature, I guess. I'm going to mess it up. You're going to mess it up. You're not going to be this fantasy that I have in my head. How you look, how you are. It's not how you are. That's my imagination. And when I get what the reality is, I'm not going to like you anymore. Not the same way. Because it's just a look. It's just an image without knowing anything else. It's just a face, pretty face, whatever, nice shape, however. But yeah, on the it's worth it though to get out of it. It's hard. You do the work and get out of it. But I was saying I am all over the place, but I didn't, as usual, I guess. But I didn't went back, broke up, went back to this, then went through the pain of getting over. No, mostly they're gonna say mostly over. Remember, I wasn't all the way mostly over it, and maybe it was too hard to get all the way over it. Like this is just too hard. Even though I don't like you, let's just try to make it work again. I'm hurting. Like kind of, I guess that or is this always a way of baiting you back in? You know, it's just always a way, buttering you up, softening you up, soften you up for the kill, fattening you up for the kill. Eat this. you know, it's cold, it's cold, it's cold, it's cold. And then uh we have a tendency to be people pleasing, and we're gonna try to people please them and give them everything they want and then get mad about it. You know, we like, you know, I'm sure you too, you like helping people and doing things for people. And they like taking advantage of it. That's the rub, that's the problem. It's not the problem that you have a problem doing something for somebody. It's that they don't appreciate it. They don't give a damn. They take and take and take the more you give and want more. So I don't know, and I guess it's an addiction too. Or everything. I fucking be a slave to addictions. You be a slave to it, a slave to the emotional roller coaster. That shit is it's a sad thing, to be addicted to an emotional roller coaster. You're addicted to the highs and the lows and the lows and the highs. You get used to it. You don't like it. Your body get used to it. Your nervous system get used to. You know, and then all of a sudden you just like, I'm supposed to be happy, but where's the, you know, where's the, I ain't, I ain't, my blood ain't boiling. I ain't mad. I ain't wondering. I ain't trying to figure shit out. What? Then I had something else altogether in mind I was going to speak on. I'm still going to do that. But y'all got me thinking about that. You know, it's hard. It is. And shit, I can't say like it's gonna get better. I can't say that, but like shit, I ain't there yet. Like it's better. I mean, I'm at a better, but I ain't at a. I got another better. It, they're all not that way. It all don't turn out like that. Relationship gets better. I think it's always gonna be some work. Hopefully, whatever the fuck that's worth. That it don't have to be drama all with everybody. But I don't know, man. I see this thing. Google it. You think I'm lying? It's like this China or Japan. It's like an emperor, and got him being an emperor or whatever. however it go, I guess he had a lot of bank. And he was able to marry a lot of women. Not at one time, all at different times. I believe that he married. Hold on, let me Google it my own self, cause y'all ain't gonna Google this shit. Okay, not as easy to find as I thought. I saw it on something though. I ain't making it up. Like the guy, he married like 100 women, um, and or like 99 women, and 101 was the first one, which said, like I don't know if I heard it on the radio or where. It's some years back. I'm sure I can find it in time, but they sending me down some rabbit holes. It's a lot of emperors and married concubines and married their cousins and shit. It's some crazy shit when when you start digging into that. You know? Yeah, and there used to be, and then I would like I guess a lot of people, you go listen to that sad music. They're gonna talk about the old song your boy called that suicide music. Damn near. It's pretty much. But them songs be I guess they be happy when you're together. And some of them just sad in general, like a lonely Christmas and things like that. It's just a sad song. Another sad love song. All cried out. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. And it's all in our mind, man. All of it. Because we fantasize, and like I said, the shit don't turn out the way we want. Because it wasn't a mutual understanding, a mutual agreement. You thought what you thought, they thought what they thought. Ain't nobody bothered to see if we was thinking the same thing before we got deeply involved in it. Too deep. How deep? Shit. Don't take much. Shit. Some people, once you hook up, you together. We together now. That's all it takes. Unless you don't, you got to duck them, dodge them. Avoid phone calls. Some people, have all that. I'm not even trying to deal with that kind of shit, man. That's what I'm saying. I ain't trying to deal with all that, man. It's got to be an easier way. I ain't with the swiping thing. Man, meeting people is really hard, but I think we got to do the work. If we ain't did the work, it just ain't. It ain't. What's the point? And most of it is just things we got to just be doing our thing. I guess it'll fall in. You got to kind of halfway be thinking about it, maybe. Because you got to be prepared. You do. You just do. You got to be prepared for damn near every situation, man. We soldiers out here. You heard Sade, huh? Soldier love. Huh? We all kind of soldiers out here. Though, for real. All however you look at it. You got to be mentally tight, mentally strong. Yeah, for real. Soldier. It's the wild, wild west. So, you got to be the quickest draw. Or whatever that takes in that love war. Sad but true. Sad but true. Check it out. If you born into this world and you're a zebra, or you're a gazelle, or you're an antelope, impala, any of them shits, right? It is what it is. That's your role in life. You're not a lion. Sorry. You're never gonna be a lion. You're gonna always be running. So it's a lot of those, animals or in that situation. In that type of situation, we're a little different than that. But in that type of situation, you ain't got to be the fastest. You got to be faster than the slowest. You ain't got to be the small. Like so. You got to know your part out here. You know, got to be fast. You got to be smart. You got to be the fastest or the smartest. You better not be the slowest. You better stay well. You know, anybody limping, anybody sick or hurt, they going for rather flip that around in our situation. The predators are going for weaknesses. Anybody lacking confidence, holding their head down. The same thing like, people trying to rob people. They ain't robbing nobody paying attention, looking alert, and look like they could knock them on their ass if they challenge them, they going for the other way. The same thing. They're looking for somebody slipping, somebody looking all lonely and shit. Look at him. He looked lonely. Watch this. Oh, hey. Tell you all the shit you want to hear. Just how you want to hear it. They already know. Because if you study people, if you study people, you could figure it out. And if you're a person that want to prey on people, you could figure it out and you will figure it out. I would. Easily. Man, I'll be studying that shit, writing notes and having plans, checklists. I would. I'm not like that, fortunately, but I'm just saying, why wouldn't you? It's nothing but in my head. It's too easy. If you want to prey on people, it's too easy. So you gotta know that these people ain't playing no games, man. They that's why it be so easy. And then they be going through people, they get the experience. Just like I'm saying, like dealing with this in this house like this, dealing with the situation I'm dealing with, I'm getting experience in a similar kind of way, just different people. Even the short term is long term. Is it, you gain an experience, and they flip it through different people trying things, trying this, see if it works, trying that, learning what works, learning what people like to hear, learning just what women like to hear, learning what dudes like to hear, and laying it on. Players play, huh? Yeah, this is lengthy. And I don't know. Hopefully I made my point at some point. Hopefully I can help. It helps you out. You know what to do. I keep saying this, I guess way too late, like and subscribe. But hey, maybe it ain't too late. It's toward the end because I'm trying to build this up enough to be able to go live or whatever. Which I guess that's why I'm some of them I need to be able to talk a little bit lengthy. It should be better when some feedback is coming in real time. It'll be perhaps easier. We'll see. We getting there. I lost a few numbers. I think I was approaching 550, and then it went down. So, man, it's way. You know where I was for the longest. I didn't went through that before. It was there for a long, long time, like barely anything. So I appreciate all 548 of 43, whatever. All of y'all. I very much appreciate it. but I'm still trying to get it up to some, bigger numbers. At least whatever it takes to go live, which I think is actually 1,000. But I got patience. I'm here. As long as anybody is being reached and appreciated, I'm gonna be here. And if nobody is, I know that it's greater later. This will be here for the future. Well, anyway, I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna have to make another one. See, and then I get caught up. Okay, full disclosure, I am in the shield world right now, and she'll be on some wild ride. I'm rewatching it and I'm learning some shit. So, speaking of that Grant Ward prime example, that's gonna be my go-to to call if I call somebody a Grant Ward ass nigga, you know. That is the lowest of the low of the low. Check it out and tell me, it's a perfect example of the things that I be talking about and that, we be talking about however it go, it's just a perfect example. Dude, play like your friend. It's just, it never was your friend. It all was plotting and scheming and games all along. It never was real. Okay, I'm out now. For real this time. Peace, y'all.